And as you can imagine, there are so many tributes of outpouring of sympathy and love around the world, and that includes right here in the Peach State. Artist Ashadri is in Atlanta with more.
The Carter Center announcing plans for the state funeral for the former 39th President Jimmy Carter, nearly 24 hours after he died peacefully at his home in Plains, Georgia. Those include stops in his hometown of Plains, as well as in Atlanta and Washington, D.C. It'll include a pause at his boyhood farm home in Plains, a motorcade to Atlanta on Saturday, as well as a pause at the Georgia State Capitol. That'll be followed by a service here at the Carter Presidential Center with a public viewing open from 7 p.m. to 6 a.m. until Tuesday of next week for those in the Georgia area. After that, there'll be a procession to Washington, D.C., a service at the U.S. Capitol, as well as a funeral service at the Washington National Cathedral, followed by a private service when he makes his way back home to Plains, Georgia.
So Jimmy Carter himself, he gave a great speech. He talked about connecting the family and the country. And he mentioned about how a small ego, like that ego you have with your friends or with your family, the similar kind of egos happened with the countries also, like a similar kind of things that happens on the countries also.
Tributes continue to pour in at this hour here at the Carter Center, with people placing flowers, balloons, candles, and even peanuts to honor the 39th president, who left a significant impact to his community, with local lawmakers and world leaders expressing their support and paying their final goodbyes.
Once a president and first lady leave office, usually plans begin at that point, just for safety and security purposes. And plus, they're such a wonderful couple. How could you not just chronologically document their lives?
It's for memorying the good contributions that President Carter has been doing for the world, and I'm really glad for him that he really lived a fulfilled life.
The Carter Center says instead of flowers, they're asking donations to be made to the Carter Center here instead in Atlanta, which was set up by the former president back in the 1980s once he left office. That was for eliminating diseases, restoring peace, and monitoring elections around the world. So again, for those people in the Atlanta or the Georgia area, you'll be able to view Mr. Carter's body here on Saturday, 7 p.m. through Tuesday morning at 6 o'clock here at the Carter Center in Atlanta. Reporting in Atlanta, Archit Seshadri, Atlanta Bureau Chief.